Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make my clean and delicious egg white muffins. Now I get a lot of requests for high protein breakfast meal prep ideas. So this recipe was inspired by the C&D fam. These egg white muffins are rich in protein, packed with vegetables, plus you can make them on the weekends so you have a delicious, nutritious, grab and go breakfast that's ready to go on a busy weekday morning. So the first thing that I do is prepare my vegetables. I have 1 cup of baby spinach that I've got chopped up, and I always buy 1 or 2 containers of the pre-washed greens from the grocery store. This is a really convenient way to make sure that you're working leafy greens into your diet without having to spend a lot of time prepping them in the kitchen. Then I'm gonna dice up a tomato. I need 1/2 cup of diced tomato. Personally, I love using aroma tomato for this, a plum tomato, because they don't have as much water in them as a lot of the other tomatoes do. So your egg white muffins won't get waterlogged. And then I need 1/2 cup of diced up bell pepper as well. I'm using an orange and a yellow bell pepper just because I love the combination of the colors. It's super beautiful, but by all means, use what you have on hand. Then I get all of those veggies into a bowl and gently toss them together so I've got all of the veggies ready to roll. And just a side note here, you could really use any type of vegetable that you love, so feel free to take this recipe and make it your own. The general rule of thumb here is you're gonna want 2 cups of prepared vegetables to make 12 egg white muffins. Next, I'm going to take my muffin pan and I'm just gonna spray each muffin cup with some cooking spray. This is super important because eggs love to stick and we want these muffins to slide right out of the pan. Once you've got your pan greased, then you're gonna take that veggie mixture and just divide it as evenly as you can amongst all 12 muffin cups. I usually go a little lighter my first round, and then if I have extra, I go back and fill them in. Then I'm just gonna set that aside and we're gonna make the egg mixture. Now you do need a blender for this, and I start by adding 2 cups of egg whites into the blender. Now I highly recommend buying pre-separated egg whites at the grocery store for a recipe like this so that you're not separating a bunch of eggs and then wasting the yolks. However, if you did wanna use some whole eggs, then you would sub in about 5 eggs per cup of egg whites. Again, that's not a perfect science, so you're gonna wanna play with it a bit, but roughly speaking, that's the direction you wanna head. Then I have 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. That's gonna add another little boost of protein and add a little bit of body to the egg mixture. 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Pop on the lid, and then I'm gonna let this blend on high for about 45 seconds. Not only is that gonna mix everything together and get everything really well incorporated, but it's also going to put some air into the egg mixture, which is gonna help to keep these egg white muffins nice and light and fluffy when they bake up. You're gonna see that when you're done blending, that the egg mixture looks like this. See how light and airy it looks? That's exactly what we're going for. So from here, I'm gonna do my best to divide this evenly amongst all 12 muffin cups. Really, this is like an exact pour, so this should fit perfectly in your muffin pan. Once I've got everything in the pan and ready to roll, I'm going to transfer this into a 300-degree Fahrenheit oven for 25 minutes. I keep the oven temperature a little lower than I would for most recipes because I want the eggs to cook slowly again so they stay nice and tender. I don't want them to become hard or rubbery. Now, one thing to keep in mind with these muffins is that while they do pack a good punch of protein, each little muffin has about 5 grams of protein, they are very low calorie. So when you're eating them for breakfast, keep that in mind. You might wanna pack them with some fresh fruit or put some avocado over the top just to help keep you satiated for a longer period of time. Once the muffins are done cooking, you're gonna see that they've puffed up a bit and they look absolutely delicious. So I just let them cool down till I can manage them, and then they should pop right out of the muffin tin just like this. They're so light and so tender, and I love the little bite from the peppers and the sweetness of the spinach. It's kind of like an egg white vegetable omelet on the go. So good. Now what I like to do is I store them in these 3-cup glass containers. 6 egg white muffins fit perfectly in each container. Pop on the lid, these will stack right in the refrigerator, and I have a high protein, veggie rich breakfast ready to grab and go when I want it. So now I'm super excited for you all to try the recipe. And if you enjoyed this video and the information in it, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this recipe with anybody else you know who wants to make healthy eating easy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I'll see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers! You have got to try these muffins. It's like an omelet on the go. It's like an egg white omelet on the go. You're gonna need a blender for this. Then I'm gonna set that aside.